Abusiane marks 13 years since he had Professor John Evans at Mills. Mostly a fibia after the passing, or mere ceremony crowd and an passing, and in a home. So family share no more be happen. Ned ye equal super pepe.
What do you want to do?
President Mahama, the Vice Chief of Staff, a whole lot of people were there, including the family of Professor Mills.
He believed in justice, not just as a legal principle, but as a way of life. He believed that peace was not the absence of conflict, but the presence of fairness and dignity. He believed that the power that was entrusted to leaders should be used to uplift the weak, protect the vulnerable, and give voice to the voiceless. In a world that is increasingly impatient, increasingly loud, and sometimes careless with truth, Professor Mills's life reminds us of the power of stillness, strength in gentleness, and the enduring force of quiet conviction.
Even a Pia Stadium,
we are so grateful having come all the way from Pecos.
So many things in the course, so a whole lot of people in the Kasaya. It was, all around, a nice ceremony.
For the past so many years, we have had to endure the contradiction of commemorating the passing of a man of peace in the midst of some confusion.
Now, I don't know aside, and the same day, and I scheduled for the finance minister to bring Ghanaians mid-year budget review.
Mr. Speaker, the city performance in the first half of the year 2025 has been impressive.
Send the country, you see, same city, no my baby spend it towards no my sky bombing.
Our previous record, where the Ghana city used to trade against the US dollar at 17, is as at yesterday trading at 10.4.
Now, Abuzia, all the parliamentarians from the minority side, everyone as a black, simply to illustrate the fact to say, near course who are of election by election, nearby election, near course and so many. So they are protesting, and because of that, they were not going to sit in today's budget reading or whatever. They boycott Parliament completely, all of them.
Defy your authority. Mr. Speaker, we have lined up a number of activities to back home our demands, and to the extent that these violence visited are not atoned, we cannot be part of the presentation of the media budget. And to that extent, to that extent, we are exiting the parliament and cannot be part of this process.
Sometimes I feel like these people are a little bit childish, but they be also. I talk about a few things. The finance minister, I think you should know. One almost COVID levy, who's a Mahama almost levy baby, which is taxes baby, that was on metrum. Last one I can't avoid that a COVID levy. According to the finance minister, also by October,
Mr. Speaker, I would like to reassure the people of Ghana that at the minimum, the following will happen as part of the VAT Act. Amendment Bill. Mr. Speaker, COVID levy will be abolished.
SFSA GH1 post to you. Starting today, no contract awarded by government, irrespective of funding source, will be denominated in foreign currency. So normally, government a contract to $5 million, 7 million euros. Yes, it says no money starting today, regardless of say we are China and MISS cano. You better convert it to Ghana cedi, and then we will name it in Ghana cedi to give the cedi more value. But interesting companies, institutions, and individuals are prohibited from pricing, advertising, receipting, or making payments for goods and services in foreign currency in Ghana without prior written approval from Bank of Ghana. This say no. Uko hotel bi na catch say oh and $92.50. I wait my police for akwa.
It's a very simple matter.
Yeah, because right now it's basically kind of illegal unless they have a written consent from the Bank of Ghana. So among for real estate companies and a building where $200,000, $100,000, everything be able to me pricing or dollars and a foreign currency or Ghana from now today economy is prohibited. Keep that in mind.
Mr. Speaker, COVID levy will be abolished. The effective VAT rate will be reduced. The punitive cascading effect of the GET Fund and NHIS levy will be removed.
Now, when it comes to big money talks, back one, yes, IMF scale with the money. I think during the last time I had more so. Yes, from 1st to 6th January, 4.5 billion I was your money back then, converted to cedis, of course. Says can NPP for spending says can in like hey, before the 1 year about latest were the one before this one about spending from 1st to 6th. I'm like, okay, ayo, that means Yoko and the national security in your mama account, they still have a lot of job to do. Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, I repeat, so far we have almost reversed all the cedi depreciation in 2022, 2023, and 2024. This level of appreciation has never happened in the history of our country.
Now back to the minority in parliament. That was your boycott, no. Sir, Omuntina security because say during the election, you munipa or munipa binum yare or binuma pre-plan.
Defy your authority. Mr. Speaker, we have lined up a number of activities to back home our demands. And to the extent that these violence visited are not atoned, we cannot be part of the presentation of the media budget. And to that extent, Speaker, to that extent, we are exiting the parliament and cannot be part of this process.
Now, they had banners, petition, petition, another diplomatic petition. President Mahama Ankasa, but I think is the chief of staff, and a Busio Kokosum. All because say, Omabu Munipa during the election, and they don't understand. They feel like President Mahama and then they go for that Metro Man tactics, and they will be really or mine. Yeah, so definitely no. They are not going to sit down for it, especially now. President Mahama openly said down cash.
Yes, if measures are not taken, we are going to experience many folds of what happened, the unfortunate occurrence that occurred at Ablekuma North. We have issued statement, we have spoken in Parliament, we are threatened by the loud silence of His Excellency the President. Ever since the matter happened, the Presidency has not issued a formal statement, to the best of our knowledge. The President himself has not even coughed about it. This is threatening and is worrying.
So even though the President Mahama and call for new institutions says and can deal with this are dealing with it, Obunya Mahama Nankasa. So Mahama Ninkasa and Kwade, then so we did.
So we are here to present the petition basically on two important matters. The violence that occurred at the rerun of Ablekuma North election, and we are upbeat about subsequent elections to be held in our country. We are also worried about Kalamse. And it was one of your messages that you trumpeted with all the promise, rightly or wrongly. Now it's getting out of hand.
Now the funny and interesting thing when it comes to this specific one in the same, say or violence in happening with Ablekuma, omunye ho no. Enra ya Ghana police. Enra, mami read him out. Ghana police the press statement by say out of the people na yes I know man, ma track it down nipa mienu atiomo e wo hemfa. Ghana police statement you was 2 suspects arrested in connection with Ablekuma North election violence. 1. Accra Regional Police Command has arrested 2 suspects in connection with the ongoing investigation into the violent incidents and assaults recorded during the Blekumanov Parliamentary rerun held on Friday, 11 July 2025. Second, the suspects have been identified as Musa Muntari, a 46-year-old station manager at STC, and Ali Said alias Mboma, a 43-year-old businessman. Both suspects are assisting with investigations. Third point, the Accra Regional Police Command assures the public of its commitment to ensuring that all persons responsible for acts of violence, intimidation, or misconduct during the elections are brought to justice. The public is encouraged to continue cooperating with the police and to share credible information by calling our emergency numbers 18555 or 191. So yeah, Busia, there is an actual press statement from the Ghana police talking about the fact so much in Ipamienu. So if the next day, Munina Moshe Black, and then you hit the streets, say, President Mahama and Ngofo are not doing anything about it here. To me, it feels like President Mahama ni NDC4, they are playing chess and NPP4 are playing checkers. I think that they forced us said this, they were going to do this. And then, matching the community press statement. So right now, government is acting. The government is acting. And aside the action, now government what displaying in watching the two out of a month where boom go for. Still, you decide that the government is doing nothing.
I am the one, the way you turn
Again, NDC4, they are playing chess, and it looks like the NPP, for at least the minority in parliament, they are playing checkers. Because Ebaye and a President Mahamani interior mean esi and adiachi muntaka that same day na kra condemn ye. Adiachi a police officer obo bi azumi mani inedi. And a day before Zebabek redeem media budget review. And then on match nipo too. And then still that you say so the government is doing nothing. Mfuturo da peso to do nipo any. MPK. MPK.
I think in summary, we are here to present this petition and to appeal for your patriotic intervention in these matters.
Say planning mo planning ade we panche. Say we dey baby e bibia mo na duru baby. Say me video ni see ya. Abuja in the middle of Aboswakan, opposite Methodist Basic School, I want to be Vineyard Auto Plus Company Limited. Edumom very simple. Omoton car spare parts. Na so be a brand new car. Ubeti menye bi amano.
Will be a brand new car from US. I menye be there amano.
O she machia. Se see na container ba kwa ba o mayi mu no manyina egu fam. No amana buy enso to because of how original it is. Ni ba bi e free ayeba. Uba Aboswakan amafo beti matwedi, but not Mr. Chumasi. Our run Vineyard Auto Plus Company Limited. Abuja the company ni very simple. Car parts bi a upe bi obenye bi amano. Say engine. Car rubber kra na upe obenye bi amano. Dashboard, interiors, whatever. Car no it doesn't matter. Say Toyota, say Range Rover, say whatever. Abusia upe bi nko ade a obenye bi amano.
Pass bia no. I don't want to wear bia no. Engines, cars, senior American cars, oil, lubricant bia we bia no. For Vineyard, no sabeka.
My hu advert Steven Edikia Baha. Me what Ghana area na am say no yesa me am buy na mbabehwe na yekoso na abusia buy no. God Almighty. Everything bia upe bia. Fa car ho de. From Mr. Chumasi, ya was a number see who screen this one. Obetimi aboa ma so can be simple cry.